Long before European ships sailed the Great Lakes, the land we know as Michigan was alive with the stories and traditions of its first people. For centuries, indigenous tribes thrived in this region, their lives deeply intertwined with the rhythm of the seasons and the bounty of the land. Among these tribes, the Ojibwe, Odawa, and Potawatomi, known as the Anishinaabe, or original people, established sophisticated societies based on respect for nature and communal living. The Anishinaabe people were skilled hunters, fishermen, and gatherers. They navigated the vast waterways in birch-bark canoes, harvesting fish from the lakes and rivers. The forest provided deer and other game, while wild plants and berries offered sustenance. Their lives were governed by a deep spiritual connection to the natural world, and their oral traditions preserved a rich history passed down through generations. These tribes did not live in isolation. They established complex trade networks with other indigenous groups, exchanging goods and knowledge across long distances. Their villages, often located near waterways, were centers of community life, where families gathered for ceremonies, storytelling, and the sharing of wisdom. The elders held a revered position, their knowledge of history, healing, and spirituality essential to the tribe's well-being. The arrival of Europeans in the 17th century would forever alter the course of Michigan's indigenous people. However, their legacy, their resilience, and their deep connection to the land continue to shape the identity of Michigan today. Their stories are woven into the fabric of the state, a reminder of the enduring spirit of the first Michiganders. The year was 1622. French explorer Étienne Brulé, venturing west from the St. Lawrence River, became the first European to lay eyes on the vast freshwater inland sea that would later be known as Lake Superior. This momentous event marked the beginning of France's enduring relationship with the Great Lakes region, a relationship driven by the lucrative fur trade, religious zeal, and the pursuit of new territories. French voyageurs, hardy adventurers and traders navigated the Great Lakes in search of beaver pelts, highly prized in European markets. They established trading posts along the waterways, forging alliances with indigenous tribes who supplied them with furs in exchange for European goods. Among these intrepid explorers, two names would become forever etched in Michigan's history: Louis Joliet and Father Jacques Marquette. In 1673, Joliet, a fur trader, and Marquette, a Jesuit missionary, embarked on an expedition that would solidify France's claim to the region. Their journey took them down the Mississippi River, confirming their belief that it flowed into the Gulf of Mexico. Along the way, Marquette established missions, eager to spread Christianity among the native populations. The French presence in Michigan grew steadily throughout the 17th century. In 1701, Antoine de la Motte Cadillac, a French military officer, founded Fort Pontchartrain du Detroit, strategically located on the strait connecting Lake Erie and Lake St. Clair. This fortified trading post, better known as Detroit, would become a vital center of French influence in the Great Lakes region, a hub for trade, diplomacy, and the blending of cultures. The fur trade brought wealth to France, but it also ignited tensions with Great Britain, a rival colonial power with its own ambitions in North America. In the mid-18th century, the struggle for control of the continent culminated in the French and Indian War, a conflict that would redraw the map of North America and have lasting consequences for Michigan's indigenous people. By 1763, after years of fierce fighting, France was defeated, ceding its vast North American territories to Great Britain in the Treaty of Paris. Michigan, once a French stronghold, came under British rule. However, the transition was far from peaceful. Many Native American tribes, long allied with the French, resented British encroachment on their lands and traditional ways of life. In 1763, a charismatic Odawa leader named Pontiac ignited a rebellion that shook British control to its core. Pontiac's War, as it came to be known, was a desperate attempt to drive the British out of the Great Lakes region and preserve Native American autonomy. From Detroit to Fort Michilimackinac, indigenous warriors launched a series of surprise attacks on British forts and settlements. Though ultimately unsuccessful, Pontiac's rebellion exposed the fragility of British power in the newly acquired territories. It also underscored the enduring strength and resilience of Native American resistance in the face of colonial expansion. The conflict would leave a lasting impact on the relationship between Indigenous people and European powers, shaping the course of Michigan's history for generations to come.